Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to cover the top 50 MCQs on the POCSO Act 2012. To practice these MCQs, you can visit my website lawstudypoint.com. The link is available in the description and in the pinned comment. So let's start the video. What is the primary objective of the POCSO Act 2012? To protect children from sexual offences and provide special courts. Under Section 2D of the POCSO Act, a child refers to any person below the age of 18 years. Which of the following statements about the gender neutrality of the POCSO Act is correct? It is gender neutral and protects all children regardless of gender. Section 42 of the POCSO Act establishes its relationship with other laws by stating that the POCSO Act provisions override inconsistent provisions of any other law. What is the significance of Section 42A inserted in the POCSO Act? It clarifies that the Act is in addition to and not in derogation of other laws. Section 7 of the POCSO Act deals with which specific offense? Sexual assault. Section 9 defines aggravated sexual assault. Which factor would elevate a sexual assault to aggravated? If it is committed by a person in a position of trust or authority. Which section of the POCSO Act prescribes punishment for sexual harassment? Section 12. Section 13 of the POCSO Act deals with the use of children for pornographic purposes. What is the punishment for storing pornographic material involving a child for commercial purposes according to Section 15? Imprisonment, which may extend to 3 years, or fine, or both. If a person attempts to commit an offense punishable under the POCSO Act according to Section 18, they are liable for half the imprisonment provided for that offense. According to Section 16, a person who abates an offense under the POCSO Act shall be punished with the same punishment provided for the offense. Under Section 19, who is obligated to report a sexual offense against a child? Any person who has knowledge or apprehension. The information regarding a POCSO offense should be reported to the Special Juvenile Police Unit or local police. What is the penalty for a person in charge of an institution like a hostel warden failing to report an offense under Section 21? Imprisonment up to 1 year or fine, or both. Under Section 22, what protection is offered to a person who reports an offense in good faith? They are protected from any civil or criminal liability. Section 23 strictly prohibits the disclosure of the identity of the child victim. Which statement best describes the police officer's attire while recording a child's statement according to Section 24? The police officer shall not be in uniform. According to Section 24, who should ideally record the statement of a female child? A woman police officer. Under Section 25, the statement of the child is recorded by the magistrate under which section of the CRPC? Section 164. What is the role of an interpreter or special educator under Section 26? To assist if the child has a disability or language barrier. Under Section 27, the medical examination of the child must be conducted immediately regardless of FIR registration. Who must be present during the medical examination of a female child? A woman or a person in whom the child reposes trust. Which authority designates a court of session as a special court for POCSO cases according to Section 28? The state government in consultation with the High Court. Section 29 of the POCSO Act establishes a presumption of culpability. This means the court presumes the accused committed the offense unless proved otherwise. Section 31 applies the provisions of which code to the proceedings of the special court. Code of Criminal Procedure. Under Section 33, how should the cross-examination of the child be conducted? Questions are given to the special court which puts them to the child. What is the statutory time limit for completion of the trial under Section 35? 1 year from the date of taking cognizance. According to the 2019 amendment, the investigation into the offence must be completed within 2 months. Under Section 34, what happens if the victim is a child at the time of offence but turns 18 during trial? The special court continues to have jurisdiction. Who provides legal counsel to the child if the family cannot afford it according to Section 40? The Legal Services Authority. Which body creates the Victim Compensation Fund used to pay compensation according to Section 33? The state government. Section 39 requests the assistance of experts. Who are those experts? NGOs, professionals, and persons with psychology or social work qualifications. What is the role of the Child Welfare Committee regarding the child victim? To provide support services and care for the child. Regarding the detention of a child in a police station at night, the Act states that no child shall be detained in the police station at night. Section 33 ensures that during the trial, the child shall not see the accused. If a child in conflict with law commits an offence under POCSO, they are tried under the Juvenile Justice Act. Section 44 mandates which body to monitor the implementation of the Act? NCPCR and SCPCRs. Who has the power to make rules to carry out the provisions of the POCSO Act according to Section 46? The central government. How is sexual intent typically determined in non-penetrative assault cases? By the circumstances, nature of touch and behavior. What is the primary responsibility of a hostel warden if a student confides about abuse? Report immediately to the SJPU or police. If a POCSO offence takes place in a hostel, the warden could be liable for abatement if they fail to report the offence despite knowledge. The term shared household in the context of domestic relationships is relevant because it defines where the child lives. Can a child be called to the special court repeatedly for testimony? No, the child shall not be called repeatedly. Who assists the Special Juvenile Police Unit? Two social workers. What is the validity of a compromise or settlement reached between the accused and the child's family? It is void and has no legal standing. Under Section 36, a child usually directs the court to allow whom to be present during trial, a parent or person in whom the child has trust. According to the POCSO rules, the periodic review of the child's condition is done by the CWC. Which of the following is not a duty of the police under POCSO? Settling the matter out of court. For the purpose of Section 29, the prosecution must first prove the foundational facts of the case. That's all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.